Brought to you by students of Hilo High School. K-Vikes Media.
Go, 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 go.
You are looking live at the Afook Chinen Civic Auditorium for our second game in the Hawaii's finest Hilo Hanakahi Grind Session Basketball Tournament. Good afternoon, folks, as we head into the evening. I'm Kai Hayashida.
And my name is Cameron Kabalar, and we are going to be your commentators for this evening's game.
Well, we saw a very impressive Seabury Hall showing in the first game, but this game, we might see something even more impressive, where Salesian Prep from Richmond, California, takes on Kamehameha Schools Kapālama.
And this is going to be fun. I think both teams are evenly matched in terms of physicality. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I hope we see a lot of defense, a lot of shots, a lot of tough shots being made. And I'm just looking forward to a safe game. Unfortunately, there was an injured Viking last game, so we pray that he gets better and just hope that, we all play safe today.
Well, these teams, of course, you can see in the warm-up we're showing you, they both got very big players, but Salesian Prep has a very talented team. They're ranked 59th in the nation according to Max Prep. They're 9-1 on the year, and their only loss came to a team ranked in Max Prep's top 20. So this is a very, very talented squad and a great opportunity for these Hawaii teams to get that out-of-state exposure that is really difficult for them to get because of how far away we are from the continental United States. So
yeah, just because of that distance, it does shorten a lot of opportunities to get any opportunities to play outside. But this is going to be a fun game. We rarely ever have out-of-state teams stop by and play in Hawaii. So this is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, big shout out to Grind Session, who puts on the Iolani Classic every year. Utah Prep was at that classic, and now they're here as well. They bring another talented team in Salesian College Prep, who will be in action tomorrow as well to take on Kohala before wrapping up their stay here in Hilo on December 28th when they take on Seabury Hall.
I do want to bring one concern to you, Kai, and is for these teams that are flying out of state, how do you think jet lag has affected their play style or just their mindset in general?
Well, hopefully not too badly, considering that with daylight savings we're only 2 hours behind California and they're going backwards. I feel like it'd be a lot more difficult if you're going ahead of time, right? Because I just came back to Florida, when you're 5 hours ahead, right, it'll be midnight, but your personal body clock is on that 7 p.m. so you don't feel tired. And that can really mess with you because now you're only going to get 3 hours of sleep. Maybe you fall asleep at 5 a.m. and you have to be up at 8, So hopefully for these teams, going backwards can give them more time to rest. It's a lot easier going backwards than it is to jump forward. But this Salesian Prep squad, I tried my best to do as much research on them as I could before this game, and I found one Elias Obenya, who currently, according to 24/7, is a 3-star. Ranked 137th in the nation, 22nd in California, if my numbers are correct. Currently holds 10 Division I offers. Most recently received an offer from San Jose State. I guess if you want to talk about the level of school in this day and age of super conferences, his highest, quote-unquote, highest offer is from Cal Berkeley, which is a very prestigious school that is trying to rebuild their basketball program. So we're going to be seeing some really high-level talent. I mentioned at the start of the broadcast before our first game, we're going to get to see AJ Daibansa, who is the #1 recruit in the nation, playing for Utah Prep, who committed to BYU. That team also has Hilo's own JJ Mandiquit, who committed to the University of Washington. So lots of Division I level talent, and for Salesian Prep, you don't get to 59th in the country with just one D1 level guy. You're going to have multiple guys who can show up and show out. So really excited to see what we can see from this team. And of course, you cannot count out Kapālama, who year in and year out is a very, very challenging squad, always competing for the state title. And they've got a big squad, so at least in terms of size, there really won't be that much of a disadvantage. But can they keep up with the skill of Salesian Prep as we tick down the warm-up counter to about 20 seconds to go? This is our second game. This game will be followed by a 7:30 matchup between Kohala and Iolani. As we start to see a growing crowd here. Salesian Prep has a pretty quick turnaround after this weekend. They will head back to California, where they, I believe, will compete in another tournament taking place right after the new year.
The second game of the Hawaii Finance Hilo Hanakahi Grand Session Basketball Tournament. The second game features the visitors, Salesian College Preparatory of Richmond, California, versus the Kamehameha Schools from Kapālama, Honolulu, Hawaii. And now the starters for Salesian College Prep. Number 1, Alvin Loving. Number 2, Elias Obenya. Number 3, Leon Ho. Number 5, Isaiah Davis. And number 21, Carlton Perillion Jr. Now introducing the Warriors from Kamehameha Kapālama. Number 3, Nahiku Aleha. Number 13, Maikai Howard. Number 21, Jaden Miyahana. Number 23, Keahi Stephen. And number 24, Shai Salvador. Salesian is coached by Bill Ellis. Kamehameha coached by Ron Durant.
Speaking of AJ Daibonte, I saw my friend post on Instagram that her daughter had attended, I believe, one of their camps, and actually had managed to meet AJ Daibonte. It's on Instagram. I want to give a quick shout out to my ate, aka sister in Filipino, Janice Barrios, and I also give a quick shout out to Kai and Rain. I know Rain, they're graduating soon, so I just want to say good luck in the rest of your life, and I wish that you have a great graduation. But AJ Daibonte, I actually saw him on TikTok 2 weeks ago playing against one of those mainland teams, and not gonna lie, his highlight reel, awesome. I enjoyed this highlight reel.
Well, I'm looking forward to see what these two teams put together for their highlight reels. With 8 minutes on the clock, we're about ready to get tip-off underway here. And we're underway. Salesian Prep will control first. And a quick turnover. And a layup is good for number 13. That's Makai Barr.
Great way to give your team some momentum.
This is Loving. Obenya. Davis goes inside to Loving, who misses it all. Put back, swatted away. Great defense there from Jaden Miyahana. And intercepted by Perilliat. He tries to go coast to coast. He kicks it out. Wide open. Oh, extra pass. And Powell can't get it to go. Offensive rebound for Perilliat. 2 quick boards and 2 points for Perilliat to get Salesian Prep on the board. Bringing the ball up the court. This is Nahiku Kahalea. Kick outside. This is Salvador. Driving inside is Sniffin. He gets fouled before the shot. Nahalea kicks it to Sniffin. Now Salvador. Barr gets inside. Gets in a little bit of trouble. Kick outside. Sniffin for three. Won't go. Good offensive board. And a miss there from Salvador. Off the board by Miyahana. Now coming the other way is Loving. Davis drives inside. Oh, nice pass. And fouled going up was Periliak.
He was definitely slapped on his right hand when going for that shot.
Miyahana called for the foul. This is a Salesian prep team driven by their juniors. As I count them up here, there are 9 juniors on the squad, only 2 seniors for the number 59 team in the country.
Notice how they're all 6 foot.
And going 0 for 2 from the line is Periliak. Miyahana goes strong. And he gets called for the offensive foul, and that's 2 very quick fouls for Miyahana. Just over 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And that will force, what looked to be a substitution, and then bench player reverted back to the bench. So Miyahana will stay on the court with 2 fouls. Let's see if Salesian looks to expose that. They go immediately to the middle, and a layup is good for Leon Poe, excuse me. Strong pressure from Salesian. Kamehameha though breaks it beautifully. Here comes Barr. Barr, coast to coast, great pass. Miyahana.
You can tell both teams have great chemistry trying to find each other open. So it's almost like every play that they practice is second nature.
Davis. Skip pass. Loving for 3. No. Rebound by Nahalea, who wants to go all the way. Slow down. He's a little bit stuck in the corner. Skip pass. Finds Salvador. Salvador, a little hook. Oh, it's good. That was pretty.
He had some Kareem on that one.
Davis drives inside. And that kick ball. And Miyahana will head to the bench. Cyrus Tassi, 6'5" senior. On the inbound, Loving. Davis under the hoop, scoops it out. Poe, Loving for 3. He's 0 for 3 to start early on. Obenya, great board. Good pass to Loving. That won't go. Barr picked up his dribble. Finds Sniffin. Ooh, Sniffin's got to be really careful. Nahalea. Good pass to the corner. Barr with 10 on the shot clock. He's going to go. Barr, scoop. It's good. And Kamehameha using this zone. It's worked so far. Shooters like Loving haven't been able to get into a rhythm quite yet. Obenya. Oh, good fake. Good pass inside to Poe. Having a 6'6" playmaker is really, really helpful, especially at the high school level. Tassi, he's in the corner. He's in a little bit of trouble. Sniffin. Oh, turns it over. Poe with the steal. Periliak. Oh! Periliak through the contact. And a right-handed slam. Wow.
That's what I wanted to see today. That is what I came here to see today.
24, Salvador, his first.
Karelia will head to the free throw line to finish off the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
Well, they are tied at 8-8. Let's see if he can give the lead to the Salesians.
Landon Yergin, one of two seniors on this squad, has entered. Karelia makes the second. Subbing in as well as Braylon Franklin and Elijah Stanley.
Here's that full court press.
Nahalea tries to knife inside, but this Salesian defense is suffocating right now. Barr. Oh, offensive foul. So that's 2 charges drawn by Salesian. You know, a team with a lot of talent, sometimes these players kind of forget the fundamentals, but so far not Salesian. Defensively, filling their gaps, taking charges when they need to.
And you don't really see a lot of high school teams trying to take charges.
Normally you only see it from the, you know, smaller schools, right? Obenya, oh, what a pass to
Assist, Obenya.
And a timeout called by Kamehameha.
Timeout, Kamehameha.
Well, we've gotten just about what we wanted to see thus far, haven't we, Cameron?
That is correct. That is correct. Finally seeing a poster on someone. Oh, that's going to be awesome to see on the replay later. And definitely really trying to find that timestamp on the live stream. I know he's going to try and do that. Put it on his phone and post it online on TikTok.
Oh, 100%.
But this has been a very even match. Not going to lie. Although Salesian has all the height, it's also it's Kamehameha's talent that's also been evening out the odds.
Yeah, Kapālama's been playing really strong. I mean, they've gotten a little too aggressive lately with those offensive charges that they've had to take, but for the most part, they've not done a bad job by any means. I mean, this is, keep in mind, a nationally ranked squad.
And Nahalea is a very confident ball handler. He hasn't lost or slipped a ball.
And Nahalea draws a foul. It's going to get called on Stanley, his first.
On right, number 14, Elijah Stanley, his first.
Oh, and a steal by Obenya. And here he goes, coast to coast. Layup, it's good, and one. Very skillful going coast to coast is Obenya.
He could have dunked that if he wanted to.
His first shot attempt of this game. Obenya, though, he misses the free throw. The wall poked away there by Yergin. Out of bounds, it'll be Kapālama ball. Asante Johnson enters the game for the first time. This is Nahalea. Ooh, dangerous pass, but finds its way to Salvador, who goes inside. Are they going to count the basket? Yes, they will. So this will be an and one opportunity for Salvador. Couldn't quite tell.
They didn't really make the which foul
that point.
Clear, yeah.
You know, usually you can tell right away, but Salvador will go to the line to finish off his three-point play. And it's good. 13-11, Salesian. Yergin inside Obenya. Trying to squeeze through 3 Warriors. Loving back into the game. Loving in the corner. Tries again. And it goes. short stint on the bench is all he needed to reset his shot. And his first make, this game makes it a 5-point game. Barr, kick to the corner. Nahalea. Oh, and he throws it into the referee. And it's a turnover for the Warriors. Isaiah Davis re-enters the game. Oh, good ball movement from Salesian. But Loving can't get his second three to fall. Stanley. Excuse me, no, this is not Stanley. That was number 24, that's Asante Johnson with his first bucket, and immediately Barr throws it away.
I think now Kapālama is starting to feel the pressure being played by the Salesians right now.
Well, when you break the press, you can slow it down. You know, the press isn't supposed... When you break a press, that doesn't mean you have to consistently run for the rest of your offensive possession. You just need to get it past the timeline. Loving, good pump fake, but he threw it away. And Isaiah Davis with the steal. And he gets it to Loving, who will lay it up and in. Botello sniffing. Oh, this is trouble. This is trouble for Salvador. Oh, but he finds Sniffin with a great pass. And Sniffin floats it up and in. 10 seconds to go. Loving skips it around. The three is short. Loving, oh, he batted it in. Off the Johnson miss. Loving tips it back in, and an eventful first quarter sees Salesian take a 22-13 lead. We will be back after this. You're watching K-Vikes Media. Welcome back. 22-13 Salesian. College Prep in front. An interesting thing about Salesian, ranked 59th in the country, but 22nd in California, which just goes to show how talented California basketball is. A steal by Poe, and he got fouled on the way up by Sniffin, and he will head to the line for two.
And California is a big state. It is a very huge state. They have like 10 different zip codes.
But a very talented basketball state. I mean, they're a very talented everything state, but basketball especially is where they thrive. As Poe misses the first free throw, Salesian's had a bit of trouble behind the free throw line. They are now 1 for 5. Make it 2 for 6 as Poe goes 1 for 2 from the line. Botello, gotta get it across. He finds Sniffin. Skip pass from Nahalea, who pulls the trigger and sinks it. Nahiku Nahalea.
That's a pretty jumper right there. That's a very pretty jumper right there.
Davis. Johnson, and he stepped out of bounds. Nahalia and Botello get it across. Barr, ooh, dangerous pass. Nahalia down the baseline, kicks it out to Sniffin. Tossi hasn't gotten much touches on the offensive side. Nahalia, another three. Oh, he sinks it again. That's a tough angle. He was from the deep corner. He kind of had to shoot that out just a little bit.
Just a bit out, and that's a like you said, that's a tough angle. You're behind the backboard.
And Kamehameha off the miss from Loving. Nahalia, shortest guy on the court with the board. Now Sniffin looking to push it. Lobs it up. Barr can't get it to go. It's behind you. And Johnson corrals the rebound. Great contest there from Barr. Nahalia with a 6-1 run of his own to start the second quarter. That's stopped quickly by Poe. Great entry pass there by Loving. Sniffin lobs it up to Botello. Botello got fouled. He threw it off the corner of the backboard.
I believe that's a blocking foul right there. Nahalia has been doing a lot of passing. They should start heating him up.
Yeah, let him keep pulling. Sniffin, offensive foul called on Nahalia.
Number 3, Nahalia is first.
Really at a lob. Oh! How about that?
Answer back. Let's see someone answer back.
And a steal by Perilliat. He wants to go coast to coast. Oh, but he threw it away. Wow, how about that? Alley-oop, a great design as well. Loving.
You don't see that too often.
To a cutting Perilliat, who is behind the screen.
You do not see that too often.
Nahalia drives in. Fake. Got blocked by Perilliat. Poe with the rebound. Here comes Perilliat running on the floor. Gives it up to Obenya. Everything clicking right now for Salesian. Can Kamehameha slow things down? Well, Barr says, why don't I speed things up? With a quick bucket of his own. Obenya, kick out. Davis fires for three. No. Oh, what a strong rebound by Barr, who flips it out to Omo. Sniffin down the line. Kick out. Barr, floater. Won't go. Tossi, good save. Sniffin. Nahalia. Drives inside. Nahalia draws the foul. And we'll go to the line for two.
On the right, number 3, Leon Cole, his first personal foul. Number 3, Nahalia.
Nahalia sinks the first free throw.
Check in for the Warriors, number 24, Salvador.
So Salvador re-enters. Interested to see when we might see Miyahana re-enter. 2 quick fouls, and he's been sitting ever since. He's a starter for this Warriors team. As Nahalia goes 2 for 2 from the line. He's got 8 points now. Davis tests the waters. Obenya travels. pressed by Davis. He needs some help. He gets a screen from Tassi. Now he's in a bit of trouble. Sniff in, thought about firing. Salvador. Spins. Salvador over 2. He's not going to get to go. Benya with the board. And a steal by Sniffin. Good active hands. Tassi. And now Omo. Finds Tassi. Kamehameha will slow things down. Tassi. Oh, good pass from Tassi. And a layup by Sniffin.
They do have to sort on the pace. I think they're too pressured by the defense to start speeding things up. But if they play at their pace, they can get the shots that they want.
Benya grabs the board and lays it in. I was just about to say, Tassi looked a little uncomfortable and then he threaded that beautiful pass. Nahalea breaks the timeline, he's starting to get trapped. Sniffing inside. Through 3. Salesian players is not going to go. Davis kicks it. Driving inside. Tough layup. Not going to go. Tipped around. And falling to Omo. Omo is in a lot of trouble and it's stolen away by Davis. Benya. Jumper. No. Omo with the board. Cutting Salvador. Oh, but Sniffin. Oh, how about the active hands by Sniffin? Tassi. Oh, he couldn't get it to go.
Just bounced out of the rim.
Oh, and Benya had his pass deflected away. On the court right now is good pass in and laid in by Braylon Franklin. What I was saying is on the court right now is number 11 for Salesian, Jules Rico, 6'5" freshman. Barr kicks it out. Salvador can't get it to go. Blocking foul called and Alvin Loving is holding his head. Take some time. He will get up, thankfully. And Salvador will head to the line to shoot too. How about Kapālama? Staying in this one right now.
Yeah, they have been coming back. They've been consistent. They are struggling with picking up or with pacing. But for the most part, they do show potential of making this a close game.
You got to consider too, they've had some smoked layups. This could be a closer game. Salvador misses the first.
And for the prize, the 21 Carlton, Aurelius Jr.
Salvador sinks the second. It's a 7-point lead for Salesian Prep. Jurgen. Davis fires. Can't go. Salvador with the rebound. Botello. Oh, he's got to be real careful here. Omo. Catch and spin. Kick to the corner. In and out. Salvador. Oh, pretty ball movement.
Hot potato.
And every single pass, it looked like Kamehameha would turn it over. Perillion. Ooh, not his shot. And a foul called on Johnson.
Ball on the prize, 23. Braylon Franklin is first.
Botello cuts through. Botello not gonna go. Tassi, strong board. He can't get his putback to go. And Loving comes away with the rebound. Under 30 to go here in the first half. Carillion lays it up and in. Here comes the Halea. Outside Tassi. Lays it up and in. 10 seconds to go. Obenya. Does he want to do it himself? He'll find Johnson. Johnson inside. Layup. Won't go. Tip won't go. And that'll do it for the first half. Kamehameha Kapālama keeping pace with the 59th ranked team in the country, Salesian College Prep. It's halftime here at the Afook Chinen Civic Auditorium. We'll be back after halftime. You're watching K-Bikes Media.
And it is finally the end of halftime. Just to recap really quickly, Kalapana 30. And then we have the Salesians at 35. So just a 5-point difference. That's really close.
Salesian Prep looking to try and create some breathing space between them and Kamehameha Kapālama. We bring you back here for second half action. Kai Hayashida alongside with Cameron Caballar. It will be Salesian Prep in possession first. What do you think worked well for Kapālama in that first half for them to stay close, Cameron?
Honestly, consistency.
Well, that's a very nice shot there by Isaiah Davis. Kick things off here for the Pride. The Halea, oh, he lost his handle. And Davis with a steal. Kicks it out to Perillion, who goes inside and lays it in. And a bucket, an assist, and a steal here within the first 30 seconds. And you can add a foul to that total now for Isaiah Davis.
Call the Pride, number 5, Isaiah Davis, his second personal foul.
And very quickly, Salesian has doubled their lead within the first minute of this second half. The Halea, a little scoop, he got fouled. And that's 2 quick fouls on Davis. And the Halea will head to the line.
Number 5, Isaiah Davis, his third personal foul. And the line shooting 2 for Kamehameha. Number 3, Kahiku Halea.
But like I was saying about Kapālama's consistency, they've been consistent in the first half. But I think consistency has also been the downfall because they haven't gotten anywhere closer than 4 points in terms of deficit-wise.
Well, I think that for them, the area that I think they've struggled the most with is obviously the press. And it's not just handling the press. They've handled the press pretty well. Their turnovers have come once they break the press. They still feel accelerated and as if they need to get to the basket as quick as possible. As Nahalea goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Jürgen is now in for Davis, who picked up 2 quick fouls to bring his total to 3. Poe. Jürgen. Poe drives inside, tries to skip past it to Loving, but it's intercepted by Barr. Barr. A little loose with the handle. He gets it to Salvador, who flips it up and won't go. And that's kind of what I was talking about with Kamehameha. They feel a little bit accelerated. Obenya could not thread the needle to Loving. But Perillion with a big steal, and then he goes up strong and draws the foul. How about Carlton Perilliat? Looking real strong. 6'5", junior.
He's been tough the whole game.
Perilliat goes 1 for 2 from the line. Rebound grabbed by Miyahana, who we haven't seen since the first 2 minutes of the game. Barr picked up his dribble. The Holly out from way downtown. No. And, oh, it hit the wire. See the wire shaking up there. The Holly out shot off that back iron. Loving. Obenya, what a spin move. Putting the Warrior defenders in a blender. And Obenya with some active hands to poke the ball away. Nahalea. Gets it across the timeline. Gets inside, kicks it out. Salvador goes right back in. Barr Spins. Shot up, won't go, foul called. I think that's going to go on Obenya.
Foul on the Pride, number 2, Obenya. His first. And the line for Kamehameha, number 13, Makai. Hard.
Barr sinks the first free throw. Barr goes 1 for 2. And the lane violation is called on the Pride. So Barr will get another attempt. And he sinks his third attempt in that trip to the free throw line, but will go down as 2 for 2 in the stat sheet. 10-point lead for Salesian Prep. Obenya drives it inside to low, and to Poe, and it goes in. And poked away by Periliat. Halea tries to drive in, but there's a stone wall there. Salvador back to Nahalea. Nahalea fires and hits. Ooh. His third 3 of the game.
3 or 4 from 3.
Obenya, nice dish to Periliat. Oh, and got fouled there by Miyahana, who picks up his third.
Number 21, Jaden Miyahana, his third.
Periliat takes the first free throw.
For the Pride, number 21, Carlton Periliat Jr.
That ball rattles in home. Oh, Botello almost got it poked away by Periliat. Nahalea. Great defense by Salesian to recover. Salvador swings it inside. Miyahana lays it in.
Bucket, Miyahana. Assist, Salvador.
Oh, what a beautiful spin move by Obenya. And then the putback goes in by Periliat. Nahalea kicks it. Miyahana will kick it out. Salvador. Ooh, nice move by Salvador. And the floater is good. So Kamehameha keeping pace offensively. They're going to need some stops if they want to try and close the gap. And a foul is not going to help that. Foul called on Salvador.
Number 15, Hazen Botello. He's first.
Obenya, his first three-point attempt won't go. Sniffing with the rebound. Botello up ahead. He's got a player out in front of him, and Obenya, great closing speed there to take it away. And layup is good from Jaleel Lindsay, his first points of the game.
He had a way too open of a driving lane right there.
Botello. Timeout called by Kamehameha with Salesian opening up their lead to about 11. So now Salesian is starting to put some space between them and Kapālama. This is about as high scoring as we've had it since that first quarter. What do you think Kamehameha needs to do defensively to slow down Salesian Prep?
I gotta admit, Salesian Prep has gotten a lot of easy drive-ins into the lane. And I think that's due to a lot of miscommunication on defense. But at the same time, too, they are also all at least 6 foot. And then that's already including their wingspans. That gives them a lot more height in terms of defense and being able to steal the ball much more quicker. And especially when it comes to offense, then you have more versatility when it comes to shooting, getting more wide open on the passes. So it's going to be very tough for Kamehameha to be able to defend these guys just because of how agile and, like you said earlier, how talented they are. You can tell that these players, they have a lot of chemistry with each other. So you can tell that they've had a lot of experience playing with each other too, given the fact that they are 22nd in California, which is very, very impressive.
Another thing that's also impressive is how all their players, as we mentioned, not a single player under 6 foot, but all of them know how to handle the ball, which is super critical if you want to play at the next level. You can't just be tall, you got to do everything now as the game continues to advance. Botello kicks it to Sniffin, who drives down the lane. Barr, a little lefty scoop is good.
He got the rolling from the back iron.
Makai Barr's had himself a really solid game. Him and Nahalea have led the way in scoring for Kamehameha. Lindsay. Johnson. Obenya, Euro step. Got fouled on the way to the hoop.
Number 24, Giant Salvador, his second.
Jürgen can't get the 3 to go. Here comes Salvador. 3-on-2 for Kamehameha. Nice move by Salvador, but he kind of forced up the shot there. And Jürgen grabs the rebound, and then he gets slapped by Salvador.
Well, number 24, Giant Salvador, his third personal foul. At the line shooting 2 for the Pride. Number 4, Landon Jürgen.
Jürgen sinks the first free throw, re-establish Salesian's double-digit lead. Who do you go to if you're Salesian down the stretch to try and put some space between, if you were Salesian, yourself and Kapālama offensively?
Offensively, for Kapālama, you should start using Nahalea. To be honest,
Nahalea just came off the bench. He's handling the ball now. And he almost turned it over. It took a lucky bounce to Salvador. Sniffin tries to get around. Kick out. Barr, 4-3. No. Strong rebound by Poe. Oh, you gotta be careful there. Jürgen skips it. Johnson fires. No. Oh, what a strong rebound by Poe. Goes up strong and gets it to go. And Salesians opened up their biggest lead of the game. Barr kicks it. Salvador floater. Won't go. Strong rebound by Lindsay. Quickly up ahead. Stanley lays it up and in.
How is Salvador not fouled on that?
Botello. Ripped away by Jürgen. Jürgen. Lindsay, kick out. Stanley for 3. It's butter! And just like that, in about a span of 40 seconds, Salesian puts up 7 points. And they've opened up an 18-point lead. So this whole time we've been talking about, wow, Kapālama was sticking in there. And 2 free throws from Jürgen, a 2 here off the steal, a 2 here, and then a fast break 3 here. And suddenly, they've turned a 9-point lead, doubled that. Now it's 18.
So to answer your question offensively, I think as a team altogether, like you said, right, they are talented. So you can actually rely on anybody. Whoever has the hot hand, pass them the ball.
Perhaps just a breather timeout for Kapālama. You know, all sports, but definitely basketball. It's very similar to a boxing match, right? Teams are going to give their punches. That's when they go on a run. The other team's going to counter punch. That's their run. Well, Kamehameha just got 4-pieced, and number 4 lays it up and in, and it's now a 20-point lead for the Pride.
I thought that was going to bounce out for a moment.
Salesian prep putting in their combo punches right now. A block. And Sniffin finally gets one to drop. Tough finish there from Keahi Sniffin. 30 seconds to go. Johnson cutting. Jürgen flips it up. Couldn't get it to go. The Halea gets fouled by Lindsay. Here comes Barr. Layup is good for Tassi. 10 seconds to go. Jürgen drives inside, goes close, gets it to go right as the buzzer sounds. Salesian prep with a monster 29-point third quarter to extend their lead to 18 over Kamehameha Kapālama. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter. You're watching KVX Media. Fourth quarter action underway here at the Civic. Can Kamehameha try and claw their way back against the number 59 team in the country? We're going to kick things off with a foul on Johnson. Excuse me, on Stanley.
Brian, 14, Elijah Stanley, his third personal foul.
Halea drives inside, kick out, sniff in. No. And foul called on Botello as Perilliat corrals the rebound.
Number 15, Jason Botello, his second personal foul.
Inside, oh, nice passing, but short on the finish was Stanley, and saving it, but to a Pride member. was Botello, and now Perilliat under the basket. Goes up strong, gets fouled. Every time Perilliat's gone up, he's either made it or he's gotten fouled.
Kapālama Warriors, number 13, Makai Bar, is second. At the line for the Bride.
Perilliat sinks the first free throw. I talked up at the top about Obenya being the highly scouted Division I prospect, but Perilliat has really performed well. He goes 1 for 2 from the line.
And he does have one more year to solidify himself as an athlete, so it's definitely going to be very exciting for this team next year.
And a travel is called on Sniffen as he kicked the ball out.
Number 24, Shine Salvador.
Salvador re-enters. Perilliat for 3. Short. Stanley offensive rebound. Perilliat no look pass. Johnson slices inside. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound. Perilliat who tips it in.
He has a long wingspan to do that over one guy.
Barr lost the handle and lost it out of bounds. Great hustle there from Johnson to hit the deck. Mop up the floor here. Always love our volunteers who help out. Salesian Prep up 21. Johnson from the free throw line off the backboard, rims out. Nahalia with the rebound. Nahalia gets it poked away by Perilliat. Perilliat, he wants this three-pointer. Not going to get it yet. And ball out of play will be Kapālama ball. Excuse me, no, it will be Salesian ball. Here is Aiden Moulton who kicks it. And a 3 is no good from Johnson. Salvador in trouble and ripped away. Johnson back the other way. Oh! Looking for the highlight reel dunk off the backboard. And good trap pressure there from Salesian to get it back. Perilliat gets fouled going up. Wow, they were going for the highlight reel dunk there.
That was a good attempt. That was a good attempt.
I think Perilliat was a little too close to the hoop. If he took off from further away, I think he would have flushed that one home. That did not make head coach Bill Mellis too happy. Now Perilliat will head back to the free throw line.
Let's get a rebound that. Oh, just missed it.
And Kamehameha will call a timeout with 5:34 to go here in the fourth quarter.
You think the coaches for the Salesians are going to have a discussion about that play?
I don't know. Head coach Bill Mellis he just looked irritated. You can see we see it in the replay here if it continues to play out. Zoomed in a little too much. He kind of just put his head down, like shook it, like what are we doing? If you look, I mean, the lob was great. I mean, it was great. I think though Perilliat just closed in a little. He's a little too fast, and so when he took off, He was just a little too close to the hoop.
It's all about the timing, that's why. It can definitely feel a little too awkward making that jump, especially when you're that close to the basket.
You gotta have really strong chemistry to pull that off mid-game, though. That's very impressive. Respect the attempt from Johnson and Perilliat.
So when you see players that do it in the NBA, like how we had Kyrie and LeBron doing that back in 2015, 2016, that requires a bunch of chemistry right there. So definitely in these high school games, you can kind of see where the NBA is a totally different level.
Perilliat rims out the second free throw. It's really been the only area he's struggled tonight besides, well, the three-point line. He's been very dominant in the paint. Here's Botello. Nahalea poked away. Nahalea slices inside, gets blocked, but fouled as well. Foul called on Franklin.
Foul on the pride, number 23, Raiden Franklin. His second. At the line shooting 2. Number 3, Mahiku Nahalea.
Nahalea misses the first free throw.
Checking in for the pride, number 12, Bryson Landry.
Bryson Landry enters for the first time in this game. Nahalea sinks the second free throw. Gotta give credit to Kapālama for hanging around as long as they have. I mean, they were right there at halftime, just down 5. But that 2-minute stretch where Salesian they doubled their lead that was all it took. Lindsay, excuse me, this is not Lindsay, that's Rico. This is Stanley for 3, sink it. There's Omo trying to answer, and he does. Rico up and out, but he puts it right back in. That is a 6'5" freshman, folks. Miyahana just got it smacked away. This is Saleh, who's in a bit of trouble. Moulton. Now Stanley. Stanley wants to fire again. And hits again. Elijah Stanley, who could be the future of this team with all the juniors they have. He's a sophomore, getting some good minutes. The kick by Nahalea.
Went all the way to the stands.
Yeah, but he drew a blocking foul first.
Following the pride, number 31, Antoine.
You said a 6'5" freshman?
Yeah, 6'5" freshman.
He's probably going to be like 7 foot by the time he leaves high school.
Omo from the deep corner. Couldn't get it to go. Ball still traveling on the ground. It's still on the ground. Bodies flying everywhere. Stanley. Ball out of play. 25-point lead for Salesian as Kamehameha makes a line change of substitutions. Lucas Hipa, Justice Slade, Logan Souza, Kane Kahahavai, and the player who contested for that rebound, that's Aisley Valdez. Stanley are on the screen. Saleh. Saleh fires a three. Back iron. Rebounded by Souza. Souza gets swallowed up. Going strong to the rim was Landry. He draws a foul.
On number 20, Isaac Valdez is first. On the line for the Pride, number 12, Bryson Landry.
Landry sinks both free throws. It's a 78-51 advantage for the Pride. Souza. Skips it to the corner. This is Hipa. Hipa spins. Spins it inside. Kamehameha. Wow, nice fading away jumper.
Basket. Hey. Kamehameha.
Saleh traveled. Even up 25 with 2 minutes to go, Salesian Prep still putting on at least a 3/4 press. Here is Valdez. Kick inside to Kamehameha. Goes up strong, got it blocked. Falls to Souza. Souza spins, jumper. There it goes. What a difficult shot that was from Souza.
That's a hard arcing fade.
Three-pointer from Moulton won't go. And how about that? Landry crashing the board. Hipa. Kick. Valdez thought about it. He'll retreat it out. And ball taken away. Moulton finds Stanley, who lays it up and in.
Elijah Stanley.
It is a 27-point lead.
Souza flipped it up. It bounces off the backboard and out of play.
I think he was trying to go for the finger roll right there.
1 minute to go. Souza gets called for the foul.
Taking for Kamehameha. Number 50. Malachi.
So with Salesian in the bonus, Stanley will head to the line. Stanley misses the front end. Stanley makes the second, goes 1 for 2 from the line. Valdez tried to drive inside, he got fouled.
Number 11, He's first.
Skip pass, three-pointer from the corner, it's good. Hipa. A nice consolation for the Kamehameha Kapālama Warriors, who have played strong throughout the game. Offensively, they played a lot better than most teams have against this suffocating Salesian defense. Stanley, oh, he almost got it to fall, but he'll head to the line for 2.
Warriors number 50, Hanakahi. The line for prize for 14, Elijah Stanley, shooting 2.
Stanley misses the front end. It's Malachi Lee for Kamehameha in number 50. 6'6", 310 pounds.
That is a beast right there in high school.
I'm going to go on a limb and just assume he's on the football team. And perhaps playing on the line, too.
I'd be terrified for anything.
How about Malachi Lee? Oh, couldn't get it to go, but he got fouled. So with 1.6 on the clock, Malachi Lee will head to the free throw line.
That was a flashy pass from Hipa, though.
That was a great pass from Hipa. He's putting in some good minutes here in the late stages of this one. Ooh. Malachi Lee.
You're right, he probably does play football.
Airballs the first free throw.
Most likely plays football. Most likely.
He gets the second one to go. And how about that? He rushed in to make sure he could get the board if it slipped out. And that will do it for game 2 here in Hawaii's finest Hilo Hanakahi Grind Session Basketball Tournament. Salesian Prep 84, Kamehameha Kapālama 59. Stay tuned for a post-game interview that we're hoping to get, as well as the third game between Kohala and Iolani.
So while the first game was between Seabury and Hilo High, that player of the game will be...
So currently the PA announcer is currently announcing the player of the game from the first game, which was Bromo Dorn, which we both believe well deserved. He was very dominant. And Carlton Perilliat, our player of the game in game number 2, and he is headed over to do a post-game interview with us here at K-Vikes. Super excited to get that done. All right, folks, we are here with Carlton Perilliat, our player of the game. Congratulations, Carlton, on a great win tonight. You were fantastic in the paint. If we could ask you a few questions. First off, your paint game is very strong. You have a very nice all-around game. What have you done in training to help form yourself to be the player that you are?
Start some practice. My teammates, they help me during practice. We all go hard at each other. So, I get to go against some of the best players in the area to work on my paint game throughout the week or anytime whenever we have practice.
Absolutely. When you go up for your shots, you're always getting hit. I think every single time you went up tonight, you got contacted and you either made it or got a foul call. How difficult is it to finish through contact, but also how have you been able to adjust through that?
Can't play soft. You want to go for the and ones, and it's also very helpful to my teammates. You get fouled in practice, and you're not going to stop every time you get fouled in practice. So I get fouled in practice, and I can play through that, and my teammates help me with that a lot.
Awesome. Last one before we let you go. What's been your favorite part about the Big Island so far?
By our hotel, there's a really cool stone, and we were jumping off the stone. It's like, I don't know, maybe 20 feet. Probably like 10 feet in the air. That was definitely my favorite part as a team, just jumping off the little rock.
All right, cool. Well, congratulations, Carlton.
Thank you.
Great game tonight. Salesian Prep 84-59 over Kamehameha Kapālama. We'll be back at 7:30 for our game between Kohala and Iolani, a battle between the Cowboys and the Red Raiders. For For Cameron Kabalar, I am Kai Hayashida. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Stay tuned for tonight's 7:30 game. You're watching K-Vikes Media.
Brought to you by students of Hilo High School. K-Vikes Media.